Hello and welcome to the 4.5 Heads Overwatch League podcast. Today we're going to start with a bit of a power rankings between me, Conclusion, Mr. Von in the top left, Grizzo above me, and Leaside to my left. So we're going to start from the bottom up because it's easy to do the bottom teams.
Right.
So... Straight away. So obviously we've got all the teams, blah 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 blah, but there's quite clear bad teams. Where is the fucking... 1 second. Regular season. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So I've got everything up on Wikipedia. No promo. So you got they've split it into the two conferences, which is interesting.
It's strange.
Yeah. So isn't it? There's two conferences. Yeah, Pacific and Atlantic, which is what they did for the past few seasons. But the difference was they played any team anyway, which didn't make much sense of why they had them.
Oh, they had the divisions, didn't they?
Yeah, they had the divisions. So like the Atlantic division, the Pacific division, but it didn't really nothing happened. Like it was just they were just names. Like why not? And now they've changed it to the conference. Not sure what the difference is, but now they're all playing just the people in their conference, which means the better teams in the worst conference are just gonna farm. Which is why so let's look at the Atlantic Conference first, okay? So we've got Boston Uprising, London Spitfire, NYXL, Paris Eternal, Toronto Defiant, Atlanta Reign, Florida Mayhem, Houston Outlaws, Philly Fusion, and Washington Justice. So, and then in the other one you've got Chengdu, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, Seoul, Shanghai, Dallas, both LAs, Shock and Vancouver, which just going off that, Pacific's a better conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to end up
Atlantic's just kind of half good and half really bad.
Yeah,
well, I mean, Pacific has got fucking Shock, Dynasty, and Titans.
Yeah. Whereas if you look at the Atlantic, they've got Nixel and Fusion, and even then there's the North and South division of these. So there's 5 teams per division. And I think, I might be incorrect, but I think the way they're doing it is there's a little division per conference, but they might play each other. I'm not entirely sure. This might be the equivalent as the Pacific and Atlantic were last year.
Pace asked if there were 4 conferences now. He thought there were 4.
No, there's 2 conferences and then 4 divisions, North and South from each conference.
Right.
I don't know. Let me get the schedule. One sec. League schedule.
Week 1 is Toronto versus Paris, London versus New York, London versus Paris, and Uprising versus New York.
Uprising versus New York. That's
very unfair.
Yeah.
Unless Swimmer and Mufin do very, very well, it's pretty unfair.
I just can't this is why Boston are quite low for me. They are one of my lower picks. Actually, I've got them 20th.
Same. Really?
I can't see Mufin carrying Boston, carrying Fusions in the tank line hard enough.
True.
Let's go. I'm just
They're 20th on mine as well.
Yeah, let's click on the Boston Uprising. Right, okay, so I've got them up, right? So they've got my 6 for this team. If I was to send them out, I wouldn't play Axiom at all. Frankly, I thought it was pretty awful. I wouldn't play. Who's the other tank? Brucen's okay, but I would probably play Mufan over Brucen.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You got Fusions and Mufan. And then your DPS, they've only got 3 DPS picks, and Munchkin's
Hex.
Munchkin's kind of a one-trick. He's kind of a Tracer one-trick.
That's going to be even more of an issue with hero pools coming in as well.
Yeah. Like,
I
yeah.
doubt we'll see much playtime.
Yeah, like he's always been known for his tracer.
One thing me and Conclusion were talking about before we started was people like Surefour will be very valued because Surefour can play anything. Let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Like with hero pools, there's a lot of teams that will probably end up doing a lot better than they would have, just because they've got that flexibility with their DPS and that, especially.
Yeah, so like, Color Hex he's an all right player. You know, he's better. Let's have a look. What's he known for? Everyone has like known heroes. Widow, Pharah, Hanzo, Genji. That's like, you know, it's not a bad hero pool as your signature heroes, but can he play everything else?
It's whether you can play all of them to the same level as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can say you have a big hero pool, but if you're
Like
only really good at, say, Genji, Pharah, and your Hanzo's terrible.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at like his stats over the past few. Yeah, Chris. There we go. I'm looking at his stats like over the last few tournaments he's been in. The last place he did really well was Contenders 2018 Season 2 Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. The guy's from New Zealand, so... But...
I'm looking at...
Contenders Australia?
I'm looking at his stats for the 2019 season.
Yeah.
He was a 21st in hero damage.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty damn low.
And he's just kind of...
It's ranked out of 200, though.
Yeah.
He's just kind of nothing special, you know? He doesn't really bring anything to the team. He's just kind of like there. And, I don't know. I just don't see him doing anything.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily a bad player. It's just, I don't think he's
just not a playmaker.
Particularly Overwatch League material
Yeah.
as much, especially because he hasn't played in a Contenders that's sort of similar to Overwatch League. Like, it's not been Korea.
Yeah,
NA
Korea is really, really good.
Yeah. Like, Korean Contenders is directly underneath League. Most of the players that come from Korea Contenders tend to be able to compete.
Well, I mean, look at Doa for Fuel. He was, like, one of the best DPS players in the Contenders Korean section. So...
Yeah. Like, yeah, you've got that. And then you've got, like, teams like... if you look at a lot of Korean players that come through the Contenders scene, like, the only reason they want to graduate from Contenders is the money. Because otherwise, you'd stay in Contenders because, frankly, the teams are better. The top Korean Contenders teams are better than most Overwatch League teams.
Yeah.
Especially
definitely
the NA
better than the bottom 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the NA ones. Like, anything that's mostly NA players or even half NA players. And that's nothing against NA players, I just don't think they're that great.
Well, on average, the Koreans are better. There are some non-Korean players that are better, but
definitely.
it's not as... It's quite rare.
Yeah.
Most of the time it is Korean players that tend to have an edge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like, you'll get your occasional standout, but I think most of the time you've got, like, your tier 1 for location would be Korea, tier 2 would be, like, NA and EU, and then tier 3 you'll occasionally get, like, a South American or a, like, Pacific Contenders player,
Occasional non-Korean Asian player.
Yeah.
Like, the Chinese region's not horrific, but it could be
No,
better.
it's improved a lot in the past year or so.
I mean,
especially looking at World Cup.
Yeah, well, didn't the Chinese do pretty well in the last World Cup? Or was that the year before?
The Chinese got to the final for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
But
they were doing pretty good.
What they've got is a lot of really high-tier players, like maybe 6 or 7 high-tier players, and then a massive gulf into their next lot of players. Like, it's strange how far they drop off. So yeah, like I'm looking at. Let's have a look at. Let's go back to Boston Uprising again, quickly. So Boston Uprising. So yeah, Jerry, I've never heard of.
Neither have I.
Let's have a look at him. What's he known for?
I doubt he's going to be outstanding.
So that is that Meta Athena he was on? He was on Meta Athena until he was signed for... So, you know, Meta Athena are alright. They came 7th in the last season of Contenders Korea.
2nd in Trials.
Yeah, 2nd in Trials. You know...
Oh, he's known for Sombra, Widow, and Diva.
So this is more of a hit scan player.
Yeah, more hit scan.
Yeah.
Because he used to be an off tank.
Yeah. So
yeah, there you go.
But like, did you really play him? Or would you play him or you play Munchkin? You got Munchkin, who is really kind of a Tracer one trick, but can play McCree, can play Widowmaker, can play.
If Dive does kind of come back, you could run the Munchkin and Jerry for Widow and then Munchkin for Tracer.
Yeah, maybe. But we'll see.
But then again, you could just do the Pharah, because Pharah Tracer's good.
Yeah, so, bit of a weird one. And then you've got Swimmer and I can't even say that name, Myunbong, who I've never heard of.
Never heard of him.
He's known for his Zenyatta and Ana, and the best thing he's ever done was second in the Contenders Pacific Showdown.
I played for O2 Blast.
O2 Blast. I mean, O2 Blast have had some good players over the years, but I don't know enough about him, and they've never really had great coaching. So, yeah. What's everyone's positioning then?
I think the routes for him are good, especially looking at the other players that have come through O2.
Yeah. So what's everyone's positioning? We'll go with Von first. Where are you putting him?
Well, for Uprising.
Uprising, yeah.
I did 13th.
After the discussion we've just had.
Oh, after the discussion, probably 18th, to be honest.
So Von's going 18th. Grizz, where are you putting him?
15th.
15th. I know Leo has him bottom.
I don't know.
Change your mind.
It's mostly just I see, looking at them versus say like the Mayhem or the Outlaws, I feel like they could beat them.
Yeah,
you've got to factor in hero pools as well, because Axiom's is just not a good main tank, like at all.
Yeah, I reckon I'll put them 19th.
The few times I've seen Axiom play, it's just sort of disappointing. And then you've got Fusions, whose hero pool as a main tank is a semi-decent Winston and a very good Reinhardt. And that is it. Like, in terms of his Orisa is just fucking wank. And he can't play Wrecking Ball either. In terms of the Overwatch League, Orisa.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
the standard.
A good Orisa, but, in terms of his Overwatch League Orisa, it's not good enough.
Yeah, there's a massive difference.
Yeah. So, I'm just writing down the numbers here so that I can...
Also, they said, to be honest, there's a lot of amazing Chinese players. The entire Chengdu roster is just amazing individual players. They're just less versatile, in my opinion.
Wait, is Mr. Chengdu Chinese this season?
Chengdu. Chengdu's, mostly... Is it mostly Chinese? I thought only the real one, the only Chinese roster was Shanghai.
No, Shanghai's now Korean.
Yeah, they were
only one
Korea
Chinese
a while ago.
Alright. Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, Chengdu are mostly Chinese.
Chengdu are mostly Chinese.
Bar Bacon Jack and Aiting, they're from Taiwan.
Yeah. Shanghai, where are they? Yeah, very Korean. Jesus.
I love how when I opened up the Chengdu page,
we'll go in like alphabetical order from Wikipedia. That's the easiest way to do it. So let me just finish doing this. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I do it on my PC apart from the fact that I have to have both these fucking windows open. 20. So, Grizz, you had them... Where are you putting them, sorry?
15th.
15th. You had them... Von?
Uprising, I'm putting 18th.
18th. You said 19th. I'm gonna go 20th. So
really?
if we just put them in the middle and stick them at 18th...
Yeah.
I can't see them going any higher than...
At the moment, until we see him play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of... I think they'll get to late season and shit the bed when Hero Pools comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lack of flexibility for Boston's going to be a big issue.
Specifically in the tank department. Like Mufan, you might have a good hero pool for off tank, but if their main tank can't flex well enough, it's not going to work. Next in the order for the Atlantic Conference is our home team, London Spitfire.
Oh god.
Wait, just quickly. Also, Pace.
Different opinions.
In regards to Guangzhou actually only have 2 Chinese players.
Yeah, they're not very Chinese. They've got
Eileen
Wyatt
and Wyatt.
Eileen, yeah. Wyatt, I've never seen anything from. They've
It's
got
mostly South Korean.
Neptuno and Nero from NA and Europe.
Yeah.
One speaks Spanish, the other one speaks English, and then all
I
the Korean.
just realized, right, that Chengdu only has one coach.
Do they?
Yeah, Ray.
Ray. They got Doku and Gary.
That's not on Wikipedia.
That's what it says on mine.
Don't know.
Chengdu. Let's have a look.
Yeah,
Gary.
Gary
moved. Gary moved over to Thing as an assistant coach.
Assistant coach, yeah.
Dakabi, who's co-head coach, and Ray, who's co-head coach.
Weird. Because on the overview of all the teams, it only says Ray.
Yeah, and then they've got like a crap ton of other things. Yep. Gary moved from support player for them to Chengdu Hunters assistant coach, so
yeah.
It's not bad, Okay, back to London Spitfire.
Yeah.
So what's everyone's opinion on this shit show of a team?
I think, right. See, I've put them quite high. Purely because I think they have a lot of potential talent. Because most of the roster is coming from...
It's all Korean.
All Korean contenders.
Yes, all Korean contenders.
So
apart from Krillin, who has literally no contenders experience.
Yeah.
Well, he did play last season, though.
He played like 4 games for Spitfire last season. Why they haven't binned him, I do not know.
And also, right, they have... they've Glister, they have Bernard... Like, they have some high names as well up in here. I think...
Glister... So, as far as I'm aware, Glister's not of age yet.
I thought that was...
I know Sparkle isn't, but as far as I'm aware, Glister isn't either.
No, Glister's... He's 18.
He's 18.
Is he 18?
As of, like, a week ago, yeah.
Yeah, he's only just turned 18. I think I was watching fucking Plat Chat's rankings, and I think he said something like that.
Just had a look at Krillin. His previous experience is lackluster. Like, Open Division... I think that's
Open Division. He literally
9th to 16th.
did not play a single game in Contenders or Contenders Trials.
Yeah, they played. Yeah, Trials. They got completely rolled 0 to 7.
Yeah.
In season 1
and
of 2018.
he went from there straight into the fucking.
But then again, London have 4 supports though.
Mental.
So.
Yeah, I suppose if I don't see him getting much playtime. I mean, if you look at last year.
Yeah.
They just might not use him as much.
Yeah,
because they have Hailey, who's from Dynasty.
Yeah, so they've got Shui. Right, let me just go down to the thingy. 1 second. So they've got so supports wise, they've got Krillin, Fuse, Hailey, and Sanguinar. Sanguinar played for Seoul Dynasty's
Gen B
team.
Gen B.
Yeah, because it's Seoul Dynasty, Gen G, Gen A, and then Gen B.
Really?
He played for Gen B.
I'm looking at his his tournament placements, and he's generally either first, second, or third. So.
I mean, it's not bad, but again, he doesn't have any high-level contenders.
Yeah.
Contenders teams under his belt, which is a bit of a weird one. Then you've got Krillin, who obviously we know has absolutely no contenders experience.
He's also not very good.
Yeah, Bernard, I like.
Yeah,
I've seen him playing. Was it Fusion Unity?
Yeah.
Fusion University.
I remember the Fusion Uni Pepe Hands.
Yeah, Fusion Uni, and I loved Bernard. I thought that guy's gonna eventually get into Overwatch League. I just hope it's on. I was hoping it'd be on a better roster. Fuse, I've never seen before. Let me click on him.
I've heard of him.
So he played for Fusion University and came 5th to 6th in Contender Season 2 Korea.
He also got in Genji.
Yeah. He also played on Genji, I believe.
Yeah, Genji.
Is that Genji?
That was MVP Space.
Yeah, and then MVP Space, which is not bad. Good teams.
Decent.
Genji Esports for MVP Space, and then MVP Infinity first, before I think it became MVP Space. Or it's one of their Shui, I've heard good things about. I don't know what he plays actually. 1 second.
He plays Genji, Pharah, and Junkrat.
Yeah.
So he's quite a bit of a projectile specialist.
He's also an ex-runaway player.
Yeah, runaway. Obviously being a big team there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Glister, massive hype over Glister. So that's good, for him. But can Glister carry?
I just don't know.
His hero pool is weird.
Glister's.
Yeah, Doom, Widow, Hanzo, Reaper.
The thing is, right, is that it's a bunch of new talent.
Yeah.
But if the talent plays well, it'll probably be a good team.
It can literally either shit the bed or do nothing.
It depends on how their management and coaches can integrate them with each other.
Let's have a look at the coaches then. So coaches-wise, they have Agape. Is it Agape? I don't know.
It's Agape.
Let's have a look at Agape. I swear he came from somewhere. So he was a London Spitfire coach. He then went to Blossom for a bit, and now he's back. And that doesn't bode well with me.
I mean, the fact that he went back to Blossom, which was Contenders, right?
Mm.
So he had that part of coaching a Contenders team, and considering this entire roster is Contenders players,
it'll be familiar to him.
I mean, they've still got fucking Stylosa.
Agape's approximate total earnings of his career is also
$21.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not sure how that works.
So then they've got J-Mac. Who the fuck is J-Mac?
I heard of him.
Yes,
I've heard of him.
I've heard of him, but
don't know about him.
I don't know anything about him.
He
Winston,
was on
Reinhardt, Arisa, Foxes, LG Huya.
Never heard of them before.
Never heard of him. White Whale, Ichion, Eat Sports. No, Foxes. Too far back for me to care. He's okay.
Yeah, he looks like he could be decent.
Could be alright, but again, we don't really know enough about him. Highly, I've heard quite a bit of Highly. He played on Soul Dynasty. He was on Soul Dynasty. Decent support player.
Is that an honor?
Young guy. Good thing they got all Korean, but in terms of, you look at he hasn't really got much to shout for. He's played on
High Broadbury, High Critics, best podcast ever. I know, right? It's crazy.
He's played on Soul Dynasty, O2 Team, World Game Star H2, and O2 Ardiant, where he had a trial. I'm not convinced. I'm not gonna lie.
This roster's just very questionable and vague at the moment.
I think they suffer from what I think Fuel has, is where they have potential players, but we just don't know yet.
Yeah.
So it's just a complete chance at the moment.
I mean, they have got Pavan, who I rate highly as a coach.
Definitely.
He's done really well with some teams.
Did he?
I can't remember who he was coaching before.
New York.
Was it New York?
Yeah, LW Red and then NYXL.
And South Korea.
Yeah, and Team South Korea in 2018.
So,
he has a lot of coaching experience with top teams.
Big teams. It's only when South Korea didn't take Pavan as their main coach that they ended up losing the Overwatch World Cup.
Yeah.
Which says something, because the team should have just rolled under the right coaching. So, I think actually I'm gonna go a little bit higher than I originally did, and I'm gonna put them 12th.
Wait, they were that low?
I had them at 16th.
We're doing power rankings critics of league teams. Do you know where I have them? I have them 8th to start with.
I feel like you're going to be disappointed.
I think you're going to be disappointed.
No.
London definitely has a lot of potential, but it's whether they can be integrated with each other and be coordinated.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of good individual talent from loads of different teams, but but it's whether they can become one team and they get a good starting six that works for them.
Yeah.
Especially with hero pools as well, that flexibility is going to be so important.
Leo, where'd you put them?
I had them 14th.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, I'm gonna put them off at 12th because I don't know enough about their team. There are so many unknown players, and players with very little or to no experience, that I just don't see them doing much.
There's
I think they're going to be a solid.
Yeah, accurate at the moment.
I think they're going to be a solid sort of mid-table team, but I can't see them doing anything special, and I also can't really see them shitting the bed with the coaching staff they have. Which is why
they'll
I've got
probably
12.
just stay around like 8th to 12th-ish if they
Phoenix.
start performing decent.
Phoenix, we are talking about power rankings for this year's league.
Yeah.
You heard me.
All the teams, new players and shit.
Yeah. So
I'll put them 10th.
10th Vaughn, Leo.
I'm gonna stick with 14th.
14th, right? So 12th is currently in the middle. Grizz.
I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick. No, I'll go 10th.
10th. So that makes sort of 12th, / 11th. Middle.
Yeah, just put them whatever you think.
Well,
we're London at the moment, Phoenix.
Yeah, we're on London. Right, so we're going. Who's happy with 11th? Should we say 11th?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Happy with 11th. Yep.
Phoenix thinks 16th. They're garbage.
I can.
Hot take.
The reason I can see it changing Phoenix is Pavan, the coach. Just because he is a class coach. Right, back to the alphabeticals.
Who's next?
Who's next to be judged?
Let's have a look. So, Wikipedia. NYXL.
Oh, here we go.
Their players are pretty decent.
Solid
Phoenix.
team.
I think their team's going to be pretty good this season.
Solid team. So, tanks. Mano. Solid Reinhardt. Questionable Orisa. Solid Monkey. Don't know what his ball's like, but...
I haven't seen his ball before.
No, I don't think we've ever seen
No one's seen his balls.
No.
Yeah, I hope not, Grizz.
Bianca. Not a clue.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Bianca's insane.
He is an XL2 player who got put up. He used to play for MVP Space. They did pretty good in contenders, usually 5th to 8th-ish.
Diva Zaya, so maybe bring him in when Hopper's not working or something. Hopper's Diva's not fantastic, but like his Sigma's pretty fantastic.
Hopper definitely has
Hobbs
promise.
Pretty good.
It's just the teams he's been on in the past haven't really...
Yeah. That's why
they haven't worked around him very well.
I think they picked up Hopper to be their first choice, but they picked up Bianca just in case. So, tank-wise, solid tank lineup.
Definitely splitting around, yeah.
Unless Orisa sort of comes in because their mana's got a questionable Orisa. But I can see if Orisa comes in and Sigma's not banned, Sigma just becomes like it's just double shield again.
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, the thing is, the one thing I always say is just don't listen to fucking scrim bucks. There's no point listening to scrim bucks. They're scrims.
Also, literally. Boys, as one said that, Phoenix just said, also about London, there's been a lot of scrim shit,
I know, that's
and they've
what I
been getting
said.
literally rolled in every scrim, according to players. But yeah, like these guys
Scrim
said,
bucks mean
it doesn't
nothing.
matter.
I'll come up with an example. I've got an example for scrim bucks meaning nothing. The start of last season, right? The Hangzhou Spark were being bigged up to be the team of the season.
Yeah, because they had scrims.
Because they were wiping people in scrims, and Custer's confirmed this on recent podcasts and stuff.
Leaks.
So yeah, they were doing absolutely wiping everybody, and then all of a sudden they come into the league. People start playing seriously, actually start running the things that work rather than testing shit out, which is what scrims are for, and then they don't do as well as everyone says they're going to. So scrim bucks just mean nothing.
Yeah, it's like if you were rolling in scrims, they could still fucking be last in the league. Scrims don't really mean much for the actual league itself.
Yeah. So there's two types. There's two types of scrim players. scrim teams. Sorry, there's the teams that have the meta down, so can just try and see if anything else works. They tend to get rolled. And then there's the teams that don't have the meta down, so run meta and roll everybody. Which makes sense.
Phoenix also said Gooseray had weak English and no swipe wasn't good. Oh, no, sorry. Gooseray had weak... It was fine at English, but no swipe wasn't good at Korean. So...
Yeah, but
apparently there was like
if they were rolling people during scrims, their communication would have been okay. Because you still need communication in scrims, but scrim books mean nothing.
Yeah. We'll come back to Hangzhou.
Yeah, we'll come back to Hangzhou about when we get there. But so solid tank line, right? This is going to be Leo's favorite part: support line. Yep. So you've got the big boss Jonak. Arnamo, who is a safe Lucio, you know.
He's not incredible.
Not a fantastic, you know, but not shit. And is that it for this?
That is their
support line.
They don't have any other supports.
They don't have any supports, which is fine. It's a solid support line.
I'm gonna.
They've got Mandu, who's underage.
Right.
Who is inactive. Let's have a look.
June the 3rd is his birthday.
Oh Jesus, they've really got
well into the season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hope that they've given Animo a lot more practice for his Lucio.
Who's underage?
Mandu.
Mandu. He's Excel's pickup from O2 Blast.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a solid pickup, but you know.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate he's underage.
It says inactive underneath the main roster.
Oh yeah.
So inactive means there's something.
Well, let me have a look at Mandu. So Mandu plays Lucio and Bap.
No mention of Mercy.
He got 4th with. He used to be on. O2 Blast, yeah.
Yeah.
4th, second in the Season 1 Korea Contenders Trials.
So he definitely has a good amount of experience.
Yeah, he's not a bad player, he's just a child.
Yeah.
He's a
So I'll have to wait and see at the end of the season.
So then you've got the DPS lineup. SBB, Libero, Who Are You, and Nene.
I don't see Nene getting much playtime.
Yeah, that's my thing. Who plays?
Yeah.
Who plays?
Well, I think probably.
If you look at Who Are You, right? Obviously, he's known for his Genji. He's got a sick tracer. But do you really want to take the world's best tracer in SBB off of tracer?
I think SBB's tracer. Like, I think there are other tracers that can crown him. To be honest.
We'll see. But in terms of who he's played against and where he's shown his tracer off, he was the best tracer.
Yeah, I think honestly, Sabiolbi and Who Are You is going to be the starting DPS.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah, and then I think Libero and
Nene. Sabiolbi's picked up so many hit scans, like Tracer, McCree, Widowmaker, Sombra, Reaper. Yeah, a guy who was originally just known for his tracer.
Yeah,
he now plays
his Widow is quite good. His Widow is good.
Yeah,
his Widow, yeah.
It's better than Nene's, I'd say.
Yeah, Nene's is just... I don't like Nene.
Yeah, he's the only really questionable pick I have about XL at the moment. I don't see him getting much playtime.
Justice will win because they have two Swedes. If you don't think so, you're a Vapega. Don't at me. No, Phoenix doesn't see the Justice doing well.
I don't either.
We'll get to the Justice in a bit. Let's calm the fuck down. We're going to be here for a while if we continue to talk about everyone else. So they've got... I mean, Nene... He's got pretty much exactly the same as Sabiolbi in terms of the hero pool, except he can't play he doesn't play the Sombra and he doesn't play the Reaper. He plays Zarya, which is, goats. That was goats, so that doesn't matter. Libero, it's just Mr. Hero Pool, really. May, Junkrat, Hanzo, Farah, Genji.
I think he's gonna do really well with hero pools.
Definitely.
I reckon they'll use Libero a lot more. Maybe Libero and Who Are You.
It'll be Libero and Who Are You swapping out. Sabiolbi being the main pick, and then you just if Genji's viable for a map, you play Who Are You. If Farah's viable, you play Who Are You. But if Junkrat's viable, you play Libero. If May's viable, you play Libero. So I think this team's going to dominate. and it's why I have them second.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you as well.
I have New York third.
I have them first.
I'm
not biased at all.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
SVP is the leader for MXL. Like the dude's leadership is insane, and his hero pool is pretty good.
Let's have a look at their.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a look at the staff.
Okay, credits. We won't. Don't worry.
So they have.
I did myself first.
IMT, who I've never heard of.
No, I haven't heard of him before.
Why not and Garincha as their coaches.
He's been coaching them since 2019, stage 1.
IMT.
Yeah.
It's just because I was thinking Pavan as like is the only one I know.
Yeah,
he's
been.
Russell.
IMT has no image.
Not surprised.
Monkeros. Steven, there's no page for him.
Steven's a player manager, which probably means more like making sure they've got their mental health's okay.
Guricha, no.
Physical health's okay, stuff like that.
Grincha, he's been...
So,
since
we've got 2 seconds, a third, and a first, are we going with second?
Yeah, sure.
Right, we'll go with second then. So, Nixel.
First. Pepe hands.
Right, next team.
Garincha used to be on X6 Gaming and Wildcat back in the day.
It's
and
our
contenders.
closest neighbours.
Korea.
Paris
France.
Eternal.
Yikes.
Yeah, basically.
I can't decide on this team. Because every time I think I've decided, something changes.
Right.
With me.
Their players again are insane.
They have such a weird mix.
Yeah, it's the NA Korea mix that worries me. And what I'm thinking is, can their roster, for example, so let's think about it, right? Tank lines, they've got Ben Best, No Smite, and Smex. No Smite is just wank.
He's also Korean, which isn't great for the rest of the roster, unless his English is
their
good,
only,
I'm not sure.
Their only off-tank is Smex, which means they have to run a British off-tank.
The issue with Smex, I think, is he's had his World Cup experience, but his contenders experience
was
not
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, he played for the Montreal Rebellion, they did decent, and then he played for NRG before that, but they never really peaked anywhere.
Yeah.
They sort of they get to sort of like the quarterfinals area and then just choke.
He's done good stuff in the World Cup, and that's the thing. People take the World Cup to mean a bit more than it really does.
It doesn't mean that much.
It doesn't
realistically
mean that much at all. So
like the experience is good, but
yeah,
you know, some teams will end up being mostly contenders, and then you'll have another team that's basically all Overwatch League players.
Yeah.
So the gap between those two tiers is completely different.
Yeah.
So I don't think Paris will do too well this season.
Yeah,
I don't think they will.
Where did I have them? I had them 17th, and the only reason I have them, I am flexible on this because Sparkle.
Yeah, Sparkle.
Yeah, definitely Sparkle.
The only issue is he's unavailable until May. I think it's late May.
Oh yeah, he's 17.
He's underage, which is why, for our fantasy league thing, I've had to bench him because he's underage.
Wait,
Hanbin is also being slept on a bit, I think.
Hanbin.
Yeah, he also played in Element Mystic with Sparkle, so they have synergy already.
Is he an off tank or a main tank? He's an off tank.
He is. He's an off tank, and he'll be old enough to play after February the 20th, so that's not too long at all.
It's like 2 weeks away.
I reckon he'll end up being a starter. You know.
Do you think? Right? Yeah. Do you
he'll
think
be a starter over Smex?
They will play Hanbin No Smite or Ben Best No Smite? Because I actually could see them, as much as I don't want to admit it, I could see them playing No Smite.
I think, honestly, No Smite Hanbin wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
I can see them doing a lot better once they have Hanbin. I mean, looking at his previous experience with Element Mystic, he must be a very, very good off-tank.
Who have they got on coach?
Definitely better than Smex. I don't think Smex will get much playtime after.
Kai.
And
Damon.
Also.
Yeah, Kai.
With the tank line of Paris, I think they'll do well because if they run Hanbin and No Smite, they'll have much more synergy. Because normally, I feel like because normally it's Ben Best and
Smacks.
Smacks, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. It's but Smacks is meh. Ben Best is meh.
Yeah, they're two good players. Are pretty much Sparkle and Hanbin, and they can't even play yet.
Yeah.
No.
So, what the question is can they hang on until Sparkle is of age?
I honestly don't think they will.
I've got them at 17th for
flop.
the reason
Yeah, I think they're gonna flop.
I think they'll be 19th, 20th, and then Sparkle will come in, they'll win a few games and climb maybe 4 spots at most.
I've got them 16th.
So I've got them 17th.
I have them 17th.
Bon?
Yeah, mine was 20th, but I'll change him after, fucking Sparkle and all that.
Yeah.
Definitely 17th.
17th.
Yeah.
So,
Sort of like just out of the bottom table.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe next year they'll be a lot better,
Yeah.
but...
Well, next stage.
Now, I know this one's Von's personal favourite. Toronto Defiant.
I think they're going to do decent.
Where have I got?
Yeah.
They have the flex players. They have the flex players.
They're that one team that
The
everyone...
only...
no one should talk about them.
Right, so my main issue is Beast. It was Beast Halo, but it's just Beast now.
And that's Beast Halo?
Yeah,
it's Beast Halo.
And my only issue with Beast Halo,
really?
Which isn't Beast Halo himself, is that there's nothing about Beast Halo VOD-wise. I can't find anything. I was doing a bit of research when I was originally, when we first pitched this as an idea, and I couldn't find anything.
I just think
really
he's played with Fusion
based on experience,
yeah,
I can see him doing quite well.
Yeah, but wasn't he benched on Fusion Uni?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Because I don't think he was playing.
Let me look at Fusion Uni's roster. Wait, what other main tank did they have?
Fucking...
Okay, Bernard was an off tank for them.
Yeah, Bernard's on London.
Yeah.
Chansik was a main tank.
Yeah, I think
Chansik.
Okay.
So there's nothing of Beast Halo because he literally didn't play for Fusion University.
But I'm pretty sure Beast Halo's always kind of been I've heard his name a lot, and from what I've heard,
I know
really
of him,
player.
and I've
back
heard
in the day.
But because there's nothing of him playing, I can't make a solid judgment on whether or not I think he's going to be a good main tank or not. So that's my main worry about this roster, and also Nevix. As much as Shock still claim he's a good off tank. If he's a good off tank, why weren't they playing him?
Yeah, Nevix is a big question mark at the moment.
He's a decent off tank. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, he's not bad. And then also
he doesn't play Zarya.
But is Nevix on
Defiant?
Yeah, Nevix is on Defiant.
Oh shit! I was still looking at Fusion U. Vega. Phoenix.
They've got Logics, Mangachu, Agilities, and Shortfall. Mangachu's on a 2-way.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's a solid DPS lineup. They've got a really good hit scan in Shortfall and Logics.
And they've also got a good projectile in Agilities.
Agilities is a solid projectile
player. I honestly think
Mangachu's a good backup.
Toronto during hero pools are going to do really well.
Very well,
yeah. Toronto ruining in hero pools. Absolutely.
I can see them breaking into the top pool, I think, 10 and above. I can see them getting there easily.
I think the lowest I'm willing to go on that is 10.
Hold on. I think I put them... Where did I put them? I put mine 11th.
See, I have them 12th.
I'm bumping them up to 10th, I think.
I'll take
based on post hero pool.
Yeah, I think they'll sit 13th, 14th until hero pools comes along, and then they'll slap some people and get up to 10th. But I can't imagine them going any higher than 10th with the teams we've still got to go. So
plus Toronto, their tank line is still questionable with Beast Halo and Nevix. You know, they're not necessarily bad. They're just not.
This is a top team. Atlanta Reign.
I think they can do very good this season.
I don't know. After seeing them, Atlanta Reign are either really good or fucking garbage.
No, it's
in between.
It's the pickups they've made that are just confirming that they're gonna be good for me. So they've got Edison and Sharp. They're both nutty players, absolutely nutty. Edison plays Hitscan, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And Sharp's a projectile player. They're nutty players. And the fact that they're both DPS kind of helps because the Korean aspect of Sharp, of Edison, doesn't affect it that much. You've then got Gator and Hawk, who they've picked up.
Oh, Hawk
instead of Poppo and FRD. FRD wasn't bad. I think he was too safe.
Yeah, he was very, very passive.
Very safe divas, and it's like, oh, it's boring to watch.
He definitely wasn't a playmaker.
Yeah, he's not a playmaker.
He's not necessarily bad. He's just.
They were both Gator and Hawk played for the Atlanta Academy team.
Academy.
ATL Academy.
Gator was quite good from what I remember.
Yeah, they were sick. They were slapping people.
Yeah.
So that's why Gator and Hawk are high up on my list.
Also, one of the founding goats.
Massa, who people rate as one of the best.
Massa is a good
main supports.
He's the Lucio. Lucio is very good.
Yeah.
He's a very good player.
People rate him as one of the best Lucios in the world. And then
Massa,
yeah. Then you've got Dogman, Kodak, and Fire. Now,
I
never rated Dogman that highly.
No,
he's okay. He's okay.
He's not a bad Zen, but
then neither's Kodak.
But then who the fuck is Fire?
Their flex supports, I think, are probably the biggest weakness.
That's the biggest crutch of them. Let's have a look. So he played on Team Envy, then before Envision Esports and Hammer Esports. He's a main. So Fire's a main support. So it's between Kodak and Dogman.
I'd probably say Kodak, to be honest.
Kodak did all right for Team Germany.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm not sure about Fire. I don't know why they picked him up when they have Massa.
I think it's a backup. Just in case.
Is Kodak 2A or?
I can't see on this. 1 second.
Because he's played in Academy and then Rain as well.
No, Kodak isn't 2A.
Isn't it? Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
No.
Fire played on Envious.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, Team Envy.
I don't know much about Fire. I don't see him being a starter when they have Massa.
That's my biggest crutch of this team.
Yeah, true finish.
Is I couldn't make my mind up really between this team and the Titans, because for me, Titans' biggest crutch is Fissure. Because as talented a player Fissure is, I can see him throwing a hissy fit again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, how many? Isn't this his 4th team he's been on so far?
Yeah, he started off
he
started off at London. He went to Gladiators, then he went to Seoul. Now he's at the Titans.
Yeah.
In 3 seasons, he's had more teams than there have been seasons.
It could be problematic. It depends.
I see him throwing hissy fit again. So I went for this team above Titans because I think.
So did I.
Fire, Kodak, Dogman, and Fire is less of a crutch than Fissure could be.
Also,
having a dodgy main tank's probably worse.
Yeah.
Phoenix was apparently Fire. Fire apparently was insane on MB.
Wow, I mean, because
depends on the comparison to Massa. Yeah, we'll have to see if they decide to use him as a start.
Yeah.
They might just throw a curveball and be like, we'll try him out. At the start.
So I went for 3rd above.
I went 2nd.
4th.
Grizz.
Hold on. Yeah, wait. Do my phone. I need to. I went. 9th, but I think. I don't know. I think it's just because they didn't do well last season, like towards the end.
Yeah, they had a bit of a weird run in last season.
Yeah, they choked a bit.
But the pickups they've had, I think, are really gonna.
Yeah, I think once they get going, they can be very consistent.
Yeah.
So what's the thinking?
I think mine's still 2nd because it's just
2nd.
Fairly, yeah.
Well, we've got Nixel 2nd.
Then I'll probably go 3rd then.
3rd. Do you agree with that, Grizz? Since you had them 9th.
No, I don't want to put them in the top tier. I don't want to put them in the top 3 personally. Well, Leo, what about you?
I mean, they've still got Erster, whose Tracer is sick.
I would say 4th. I'm happy with 4th. I don't want to. I don't want to put them top 3. I think there's other teams that would easily outrun Atlanta.
Yeah, 4th line. 4 for them, so Atlanta.
I don't know shit. It's just fun to watch.
Florida Mayhem. This is a weird one. I couldn't decide this.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, I spent ages thinking about this one.
Like they have Sire player, but
so Sire player, BQB, Yaki, and Fate. No, sorry, Sire player, BQB, and Yaki are their DPS players. So, Sire player is a phenomenal player.
He's just Sire player. That's
he
it.
Is just, He was popping off on a shit team.
Yeah. Like, he is just a good fucking player.
When this team looks better this season than it did last.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He's going to pop the fuck off. Like, end of.
But, like, I don't think the team will do that well until Hero Pools.
I can see them, I can see them doing really well. I mean, they've got Fate, which is, fine. He's not a bad main tank.
Fate's alright.
Gargoyle. Who's the last one?
I don't know who Gargoyle is, actually.
Gargoyle, I don't remember him being great.
He's a main. They've only got the one flex off-tank balance things, which is Gargoyle. So it's a bit of a weird one. However, people are saying that Gargoyle's looking better in the current roster. This is what I'm hearing, but we'll see. Again, Scrimbox.
Yeah, Scrimbox. So...
Also, Scrimbox. Phoenix is saying that Gargoyle and Fate is a really good duo. But, I mean, I don't know.
That could work out. It just depends on the level they're playing at versus everyone
I've got them at 13th.
Oof.
I have them at 12.
That's pushing it.
Let me just put it this way, right? They're definitely better than Boston.
Definitely better than Boston. Yeah.
Definitely better than Dallas.
I have them just above Boston. I don't know about Dallas.
Definitely better than Outlaws. Definitely better than Paris.
I have them 15th.
Like I said, the problem with Dallas is that they suffer Spitfire. You just don't know.
Yeah. So I'm going better than Outlaws, better than Paris, better than London. I can see them being better than Washington, and probably better than Valiant. The rest of them, I'm going to say they're probably not better than, but I am willing to push them down a bit.
I think they can be 12th.
You think 12?
I don't think they'll be that high, honestly.
No,
I'd put them at 18th. I mean, look at their performance last season. Their roster hasn't changed that much. They've got Gangnam Jin and Yaki
Jin, Yaki.
I could probably push 15th, to be honest.
I can go 15th to 17th.
Yeah.
I'll say 17th.
You're right there, Grizz?
I'll put them just above where I have Paris. Just because I don't see them being better than Dallas or London.
So
but they're definitely better than Paris,
so
Boston.
Paris and Boston at 18th. 17th and 18th.
Yeah. What are you doing?
So do you want to go 16th or 15th for Mayhem?
I'd say 16th. Yeah, 16th. Yeah.
Mayhem.
Alright, what?
Florida Mayhem, 16th. Oh, my pen's running out.
Yeah.
Using a pen.
I can't do it on my PC because I need to see what's going on the recording. Okay.
16th for Mayhem.
The next one is
Phoenix, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought fucking UK just got rid of Cosmos then. I was like, but no, it's UK getting rid of one of the players from Cosmos.
Vic?
Yeah, they've dropped Wizard.
Not Vic.
Not Vic. So, this is a weird one. Because I think they've picked up some solid players, but I also think that their tank line's crap. Right, so they've got DPS, Linkser, nutty hit scan.
Yeah, Lynx is fucking good.
Yeah.
Wait, we're talking about Outlaws?
Yeah,
Outlaws, yeah.
Houston Outlaws. What? Lynx is pretty good, right?
Lynx is a good.
Sorry.
Lynx is good.
Yeah.
So you said Outlaws. Maybe
This is a team with some good players and many weak links.
Yeah. So you got Linkser, Dante, Hydration, great, very good players.
Good, very good.
I'm not quite sure. He wasn't great on Boston, but that could have been he was on Boston.
Yeah.
No, he's on an arguably worse team.
Zaya one trick.
I don't like Spree.
Oh, Spree's washed up in my opinion.
He was washed up before he signed for the fucking Outlaws. Then you've got Muma, i.e. one of the worst main tanks in the league.
Yikes. probably the worst.
Yeah, one of, if not the worst main tank in the league. So bad.
He's not. I don't even rate him as
guys, don't forget about Boink. Guys, Boink.
Boink, yeah, Boink.
Yeah.
Boink. But then they did sign Meko, Repel, and Jexa.
I'm so annoyed that Meko went to Outlaws. Of all the teams.
Which doesn't push them up far enough, in my opinion.
No.
Because Muma is so bad.
Right.
He's the reason they lost to Team UK in the fucking... You just couldn't play against them.
Exactly, right. So they're going to have to play Meko, who's an arguable... Like, one of the best...
one of the best divas in the world, yeah.
Yeah, one of the best, right? And they're going to have to play him with Muma.
Yeah, because they haven't got any main tank.
Because Free doesn't play anything
synergy.
else.
There's no synergy whatsoever.
No, I can see them being a complete mess.
They'll shit the bed.
Lack of, they'll have no coordination whatsoever.
They have the DPS. I have them 19th.
Right.
18th, 19th, 20th.
So, absolute bottom of the barrel.
I do think Rocket is shit, right? But I think I think of him a little bit more highly than I used to, considering like how he actually performed in the World Cup.
Don't get me started on Raucus. Yeah, but World Cup isn't Overwatch League.
Yeah, it's not the same. People don't take World Cup that
Raucus has been far below average in every season of Overwatch League so far.
True.
He is completely washed.
So yeah. Grizz, where do you have Outlaws?
My thank you's not turning off for 2 seconds. I have Outlaws 18th.
18th. Should we go 19th? Because we've got Boston 18th.
Yeah,
that's fine with me.
That's me being gracious towards them.
Well, it's like they have good DPS, questionable tank lineup, and a questionable support lineup.
Repel and Jex is not questionable in my opinion. I think that's quite solid. Jex is really good. Repel is solid, but he wasn't going to get played over Twilight. That's why he left. Now, next team, Philly Fusion.
Fusion.
I have a positive mindset towards Philly, honestly.
Kind of average, really.
I like this team. No, I do like this team. You've got Carpe, EQO, Ivy, Chipsa, and who the fuck is that? Hisu? Yeah, Hisu.
But to be fair, right? To be fair, they've picked up Alarm, Fury.
Alarm, right? I really rate Funny Astro, and I think in this team, he could be solid.
He could,
because they play so aggressively, and Sardo requires so many resources that an aggressive Lucio is going to actually help him. Because he will just go, press fucking W now.
I mean, they have Carpe. It's Carpe.
Carpe is Carpe. EQO is a pretty nutty Farah. And a pretty decent Hanzo. I don't know if his Hanzo's any good since the changes, but we'll see. He's probably adapted to them, but we'll see. They've got probably, in my opinion, as much as Chipsa is a cunt, he's probably one of the best Doomfists in the world.
He is.
Level, but that's the thing, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
We don't know because he's never played. He's never played professionally, so he could be in a Doomfist meta one of the best Doomfists in the world. And
do they with hero bans? Do they tell the teams before the match, or is it?
They tell them a week in advance.
So what'll happen is the data will get collated during the games. The moment the game is over, they will do the highest pick rates over the weekend's games, and then instantly ban them and tell the teams. And then they've got a week to prepare for the Saturday.
That's interesting.
/ Friday if they decide to have a Friday game.
I hope.
But yeah,
I think Fusion looks okay.
Yeah, I've got a pretty high. I've got a pretty high. I've got them 8.
Regarding hero pools, I can see them doing well because of the flexibility of EQO and Carpe.
So many.
Yes.
They've also got so many DPS players. Like
they're on a
level
of
DPS.
Toronto.
Hisu, solid DPS. Like they've got so many solid DPS, and Sardo's Aris is really good.
Yeah, Hisu will be able to play after March 25th, so that's only like what, just under halfway through the season.
Chipsa might be a meme, but Chips has been doing pretty well on stream.
Well, they've got
he's been getting better.
They've got Christopher right as a coach, right, and I can actually see him improving Sardo.
Oh, they have
Reinhardt.
Hisu. Who the fuck's Hisu?
Hisu.
He's a runaway player.
Yeah, he played for Runaway.
Yeah.
He's underage. He can play in March.
He can play in March.
Yeah.
What's his birthday?
That's another DPS.
25th.
March 25th.
25th. Oh. He's a couple of
That's
days
another
before
DPS as well.
Super far into the season, but
Yeah.
not terrible.
Fair enough. But yeah, so, you know, they've got Fury, one of the best divas in the world, arguably one of the best understudies to one of the best divas in the world in Poco. Which is a shame for Poco, because I like Poco. They've got Boombox, who I do think will not...
He's okay.
He'll get dropped out for Alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But
I hope
I
so.
don't,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
hate
think he'll get much
Boombox.
playtime.
I don't hate Boombox. I think
He's
he
not
was one of
bad.
the more consistent flex supports in the league.
Definitely consistent.
But
The thing is, though,
not
there's a
top tier.
difference- No, there's a difference between being consistent and being a playmaker.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that playmaking potential.
I don't think he's got...
No,
he does on Zen, but he doesn't on anything else. He was known for doming tracers when they were flanking.
Yeah.
That's where he made his name. He made his name doming tracers, which is... If you can make your name doming tracers in the top levels, you know, you're a good Zen. But my issue is that I don't think he was good enough.
No.
It's like
At everything else.
And looking comparison to Alarm.
Like, yeah, think about it, right? Alarm's Zen's very, very good. Alarm's Arna's very, very good. I've never seen him play the Moira. But I don't know.
So when it comes to Philly, though, like, when Hishu can play, they'll probably be better.
Yeah.
Because he's a flexible player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they've got
Very
Chipset to
flexible.
bring in if Doomfist becomes meta, and arguably he's one of the best Doomfists in the world.
Yeah.
That is as much as it's a meme that they picked him up, and it is a meme that they picked him up, I actually could see him being very... I think they anticipated hero pools.
The only thing is, right, the only thing is Chipset doesn't have much pro... Wait, he doesn't have any, does he? Pro
No.
experience?
No,
He
he
has
has
Exactly.
no pro experience.
Ranked.
All he's played
Like Wolverine
before
said.
is little go for cups.
Yeah, and like
nothing
Wolverine
even open
said,
division.
Yeah,
like Wolverine said, ranked is completely different to Overwatch League.
yeah,
Obviously.
and I know it is. But
If Chipser can integrate enough with the team and get that coordination down, he could be a good asset for hero
like
pools.
in terms of, I know ranked isn't Overwatch League, right? But in terms of ranks, the amount of times Chipser shits on Carpe in ranks, and you're like, this is Carpe, and Chips is just casually fucking styling on this man. Like there was one clip where he styled on Defran. Defran goes in for an EMP on Sombra, and he just casually just goes wall.
I saw that.
I'd be going fucking nuts if I did that. And the guy just goes wall, carry on. I was like, that's so big brain.
I think he'll be good, right? If he can, if Fusion can train him up a bit on May, as well.
He'd be a good May player.
His May's alright.
His May's pretty good actually, but again,
I think he has potential in the team scenario. It's just whether he can keep up with the other Overwatch League level DPS players.
Yeah,
so
that's definitely that.
Let's rank
That's
them.
the big question.
Vaughn, where have you got them?
I got him 10th.
10th. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris?
Where's my brain stopped? Hold on. Ask Leo.
Philadelphia.
I've got them
Fusion
8th.
8th. Okay, I have them 8th. So.
I had them a bit too low, to be honest. I had them 13.
Okay, what would you
9.
change them at then? What if you to do after with this discussion? Where would you put them?
9th or 10th.
9th or 10th? We'll go 9th.
The 9th. Yeah, 9th.
I'm happy with that.
Solid.
Fusion.
I can see them doing quite well with hero pools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on the integration with Chipser
Okay.
again.
Now this one is the most questionable roster I've ever known because some people say they're going to do absolutely fucking brilliant, and some people say, i.e. me, that I actually think they're overrated. Washington Justice.
Ooh.
I think not that much of them. They have Corey, sure.
Corey, fantastic.
Well,
player.
Right.
Hands down, I will admit that.
Right,
Fantastic
right.
player.
Yeah.
Stratus,
Listen.
overrated.
Listen. Right. The only reason why I think they're going to do well isn't because of fucking... No, Strat... I don't really agree. Yeah, Stratus is pretty bad, right? But their tank lineup this year is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
They have a lot of synergy.
Yeah, I like
it's-
Lul's Station Elevo, but are they good enough for Overwatch League?
I
Because
think
they
they are.
weren't lighting up contenders. They were doing okay, but they weren't lighting
Yeah,
up.
But as well,
okay.
I'll just be right back.
But as well, they have Raw as well.
Yeah, they have Raw, but he wasn't doing that well with Gladiators, was he?
Not that I remember.
I don't think he got much playtime, did he?
No, he did, but he wasn't doing that well. Raw.
Raw. Yeah, he's one of those questionable ones.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him because he genuinely just didn't get played that well. He didn't get played, and when he did get played, he wasn't doing great.
Washington's support line is.
They
don't have any.
Don't rate
substitutions at
Aimgod.
all.
Haven't got sleepy.
Don't rate Aimgod at all. Ark, to be fair though, was one of the best mercies in the league first season.
Ark is good. He's
Ark
a good
had the
player.
least amount of deaths on mercy in the entire league first season, which is a stat I remember.
Ark is a good mercy.
But is Lucio? He got subbed out for Animo. It was Animo and Jonak when it was Zen Lucio, or Animo and Ark if it was Zen Mercy first season. I love how everyone's just gonna turn their light on.
It's gotten dark.
Yeah, it got dark. So yeah, it's like it's one of these rosters. It's like they could pop off. I don't know anything about Tuba.
No, neither do I.
Never even heard of him. He played for
Can't comment.
Bubble Burster Gaming, O2 Blast. He's swapped between teams quite a lot in the past year or so.
Which doesn't really stand well with me.
No.
Doesn't sit well at all. It's like if you're swapping that often, there's something wrong.
Like with Fisher.
Yeah, with Fisher.
Yeah.
So I have them 15th because I don't think Corey can carry hard enough.
I have him 15th as well, yeah.
I have them 12th.
Grizz?
We know what Grizz has them.
I have them quite high.
Yeah, you had them second, didn't you?
Hold on, let me just. I'm just trying to fucking find something. Wait.
Grizz is doing the conclusion big brain thing, which is going against what everyone else says. Like
Well,
with
to
the
be fair,
fantasy
though,
draft.
The draft thing was my opinion with a couple of other people's mixed in.
I have mine 5th.
That is extremely high.
Yeah.
That's very high.
Considering the team they have, that is ridiculously high. Like my 5th is bloody Titans.
So is mine.
My 5th is the Charge. Because I had Titans 4. I had Titans 4.
Really?
I rate the Guangzhou Charge. I'm not.
I think that's more questionable than Washington.
No, I can see Washington being consistently decent.
Yeah, I can see
Just
them
not
at
top.
I think
most
they lack the
low
flexibility,
mid-table.
I think.
I can see them at most low mid table because when I can't see Lullish and Elivote being a strong enough tank line to carry them high. They're a strong tank line, but are they strong enough?
We'll have to see. That's what
With
I'm
God and Ark as their support.
It
Can they
genuinely
lay...
worries me
Yeah.
that they don't have a backup support.
Yeah, and let's say Aim God or Ark gets a wrist injury, they have to play through that because they don't have a support.
You need
It's
to have a
Sleepy,
backup
you
at
wanna
least
come back?
from them.
Yeah. It's
He's
Sleepy! Sleepy!
incredible.
I love Sleepy. So, where are we putting them? Because I had them 15th, Vaughn had them 15th.
I
Leo
had them 12th. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Chris? And if you go any higher than 6th, we're disregarding your opinion.
Fine, I'll put them 8th.
8th.
So just work it
So, I mean,
out
like
on that.
10th
So
or 11th?
12th is the closest I can. We've
Yeah,
got Toronto and
yeah.
London, it's 12th and 11th. So, Washington...
Washington are playing on the 15th
Yeah.
We
next.
shall see if they're actually...
We'll see if they might roll who they're playing. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's... So, we are now onto the Pacific Conference, i.e. the top half of the table.
Yeah.
We've gone through all the shit ones now.
Yeah. So,
Well,
we
like
start with the only basically Chinese roster, the Chengdu Hunters. This is another one I can't make my mind up on about.
No, this is another team we'll just have to wait and see. Because You know, they can either
think I had them
fucking
pretty
destroy, casually destroy Vancouver Titans,
Yeah.
or they'll lose to fucking Florida. You know,
Yeah. He's one of
They
these.
are
He's one
very
of these teams.
inconsistent.
It's just so inconsistent. Let's have a look at the players. Bacon Jack may as well not be there.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
He was disappointing last season.
He was disappointed
Okay.
last season for the entire season.
Alright, I'll tell you where I've put them quickly, and I really need to go and grab something to eat because I'm fucking hurting because I'm that hungry. I'll be like 2 seconds. I put them 7th.
7th. Alright, I'll write that down.
I put them 14th.
I had them.
I have them 13th.
Oh, this is a really split one. Okay. Alright, okay. Go, Grizz. Go. Alright, so yeah.
I'll
so
stream now.
Bacon Jack.
Okay.
Pretty shit.
Yeah, it's just Bacon
Jinmu.
Jack though.
Incredible Farah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote Jim.
Is that
Ating
Leave?
is good.
Leave. Genji, Widowmaker, Tracer, McCree, Doomfist. Weird hero pool. Could be good though.
I mean,
Let's have a
he's
look.
got the
Jinmu.
I
experience.
think the problem is right.
Farah,
that
Genji, Junkrat, Mei, Hanzo.
the problem is they've lost
He has a big hero pool,
like
Yeah.
I believe.
They've got, between the two main DPS players, they've got a very good hero pool.
when it comes to aiming, right? He's basically a bull one trick. Let's be
Yes,
brutally
but they
honest.
did
Yeah.
pick up Ating as their, like, Reinhardt. Orisa
Yeah.
specialist. Because who were they playing instead of Thingman? Because they did eventually submit and start playing Orisa, didn't they?
I don't know. Well, I think it wasn't aiming there, Orisa.
It was Jakiran that they
Actually,
had.
I do remember Aiming having a decent Rhine at one point.
Yeah, I think it was
Like,
because
he was out Rhining Bumper.
Yeah, I think
But
it
then
was
is
like
that
1 or
because
2
Bumper's a
games.
feeder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bumper is a feeder. That's why he doesn't have a
He's not in
fucking
league
team
anymore. Yeah.
But 18, I mean, I've not heard enough about him. Then you've got obviously Armeng and Elsa, who will play and Late Young.
Wolverine, that's a weird champ.
What did he say?
You said it's his stream now.
Oh. So yeah. I mean, they've got, you know, I don't know enough about 18 to say he's a solid Reinhardt. I know he plays the Reinhardt, but...
Yeah, it's the lack of viewer time we've actually seen of him on anything but ball that makes him a questionable pick.
Yeah. So, this is one of these teams that I could see just sort of not lighting the world on fire, but
they can
being
either
consistently
roll
middle
or
of the
fucking die.
pack. Consistently middle of the pack.
Yeah, they're either gonna roll or fucking die. So
I mean, obviously we can change these standings as we go if we need to.
yeah,
But at the moment, yeah, they're either a roll or they're gonna flop. So I had them at 9th, but we currently have Fusion at 9th. We have 10th, 11th, and 12th also filled. So 13th, we've got 13th, 14th, 15th, 20th, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
I had them at 13th.
13th. I had them at 9th, but with the lack of a Reinhardt, I would agree, probably lower down. Just because I don't know enough about 18.
Yeah.
Grizz has them 7th. What do you think now? You know they don't really have a solid Reinhardt player that we know of. 10th. 13th. Von?
well,
happy with
mine
13th?
was I remember 13th. Yeah,
13th?
Yeah.
So we'll have Chengdu
I'll keep it.
13th.
Should have had Philly at 13th because it's unlucky.
Lucky.
Let me just check this Discord. Who's sending me fucking pings now?
Isn't it Kez?
Ugh, no, it's someone I know. I was in a chat with a couple of mates a while back, playing Overwatch, and I said, why am I getting pings every day on how many days there are left till Overwatch League? Like, I couldn't fucking care. Like, I know when Overwatch League is, I'm a fan of it. I don't need a reminder every day. So ever since, they've been sending me pings every day, and someone's just put T minus 60 minutes until Overwatch League starts. I was like, you prick. Right, we are, what, halfway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. More than halfway through, right? Guangzhou charge.
I like
Eileen, Happy, honestly. Nero, Rio, Krong, and Chara, Shu, Wire, and Neptuno.
Krong.
Right.
Krong's a winner.
Right, please tell me why they picked up fucking Neptuno.
I don't know.
He's solid.
Yeah,
He's a good player. He's alright.
Yeah, he's
good,
but
extraordinaire.
But having a Spanish player mixed with
they have an American
and two Chinese players. Yeah, like.
But
I mean,
Nero's basically. I think
Guangzhou likes to pick up players that aren't Korean.
Yeah, what I can tell from what I've heard, Neptuno's not that vocal a player anyway.
Oh, that's fair enough then, I suppose. Like,
as is Nero, I think. So if they can learn the base Korean phrases that they need to know, and associate them with specific calls out, maybe we'll still see. But
yeah, I think the weak links are pretty much just the
it's
Koreans.
It's Krong, and then the fact
that
they are not the non-Koreans. It's like why the fuck they have Krong, I do not know.
I don't know who he is.
But I
he's
had
an
them.
ex-O2 Blast player.
I had them 5th, but I'm actually not that convinced now that I've looked at the tank lineup.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop
mine
down
was pretty low.
What did you have, Matt?
17th.
17th.
What?
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that did really well last season.
Even with Eileen and Happy.
They did very little.
Like, their DPS are quite good.
Yeah, but who's Krong?
Yeah, that's the point.
I did have them at 6, but I've put them down to 7th.
I'm gonna say 8th, personally.
Yeah, I'll go higher. Now that everyone through it, I'll go higher.
So, what are you thinking?
We
have 8th,
yeah?
Grizz, are you okay with it?
Sure.
I've started to get the feeling that Grizz doesn't really care.
No, I don't think they're gonna do well at all, personally.
We'll see. Now, this is a weird one because I quite like this roster. Hangzhou Spark.
I like this roster, yeah.
I like this roster a lot.
Let's click on it.
Let's see, we've got
Guxue, solid. Obviously,
yeah,
if
solid
Winston
player.
becomes, so who have they got in terms of? They've got Rhea.
Rhea, yeah.
As their other, so like Rhea comes in, plays the Reinhardt, plays the Orisa, plays the
Assassin. Who does
potentially Ball. Have they got any? Have they got the Ball? Did they play Ball? Who plays Ball?
Guxue.
It would be Guxue, yeah. And then Guxue plays the Winston. Actually, if Rhea plays off tank, then doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, they have...
So it's okay. So Guxue is going to be a bit of a crutch Reinhardt wise. His Reinhardt's okay.
Yeah,
his
Winston's definitely better. Yeah, his Winston's very good.
I think at the start of the season, I don't think they're going to do that well, right?
Yeah.
But they have got IDK though.
But,
IDK is
but as hero pools are introduced, I think he could really...
is apparently nutty.
He's on a 2-way though, so he won't get that much playtime, sadly.
I'm not a fan of Godsby.
He's okay.
Coldest
he's decent.
Mika though? I've never heard of
They
Mika.
joined very recently.
Yeah, I've never heard of Mika.
Mika played for Billy Gaming.
Right.
Actually, he's been upped from their academy team.
Ah, right.
They did
as did
3rd to 4th in Chinese contenders.
Did Coldest.
Yes, they're just from Chinese contenders. They did semi-finals. So they're not
okay. So
they've got good experience.
Bebe, yeah, fair enough. Assassin, flex player.
Yeah, he plays like
Diva, Roadhog, Farah, Genji.
Yeah, so he's like projectile DPS and off tank.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so he'd be good for.
So as much as it hurts me to say, because I love Guxue, I think Guxue's the crutch of this team. Because
unless he's got better at Ryan.
If he's got better at Ryan, then
unless he's got better at Ryan, I think he's going to struggle here.
But I still think there's a good roster though.
Yeah, it's a solid roster.
They do have a good.
I have them 7th.
I have them 9th.
I have them 6th.
6th. Chris, where you gone?
See, I don't know, because I had them 12th.
12th.
Yeah, a little bit low.
Well, we've currently got the Justice at 12th.
Yeah.
And this roster to me is better than the Justices.
Definitely. Yeah.
So what,
I'd say they're better than Philly.
I'd say like 7th then.
Yeah, 7th. We've got 7th open.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. That's fine.
Spark, because I'm not writing fucking Hangzhou. Now, the Seoul Dynasty.
Ooh,
Right.
Here we go, boys.
I think they look kind of good.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with how they're looking at the moment.
With
honestly.
the recent pickup of Badosin.
And Prophet.
And
Yeah, but
Gesture.
Badosin was the most recent one.
Yeah.
I'm happier now than I was before they picked up Badosin, because was it creative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sort of like
questionable.
We'll see, but Badosin with Toby, I think, is a solid lineup.
We can also make the point of their coaching staff. They have Wizard.
Yeah.
And he is a very good coach. He's the coach that got NYXL through stage 2 and 3 finals.
So they've got
stage 1. So.
Fitz, Illicit, Prophet. I think it's going to be Fitz and Prophet.
Yeah.
The Illicit as a backup. Marvel, Michelle, Gesture. That's a weird one because I can't see between Marvel and Michelle.
Yeah.
Marvel and Gesture.
Marvel and Gesture.
Sorry. Yeah, Marvel and Gesture.
I can honestly see Gesture Michelle being the starting, and then
so
having
can I.
Do you know how they had their A roster and B roster?
Yeah.
Before. I can see Marvel being played on like control point maps and stuff like that, and then having Gesture as the starter because they like doing that sort of roster split.
Yeah, definitely.
And it keeps the other teams they're on against on their toes as well because you don't know what they're going to come out with.
Yeah.
They're quite unpredictable at times.
Especially with Prophet just being Mr. Hero Pool.
Yeah. The hero pools will benefit Soul a lot, I think.
So I originally had this team 10th because of creative and I didn't know whether they run Marvel or Gesture. But I'm willing to bump them up to 6th, which we have 3.
I'm 4th.
I have them 3rd.
I don't think they're going to be 3rd good. Before they let Flatter go, I had them very high.
Yeah.
But then they let Flatter go.
I had them 6th.
Honestly, I think Fletter's overrated.
It's because
He's a
of
good player.
No, it's because you just don't know what they're going to come out with. Because they had Flatter and Prophet, who were just hero pools. Like they had so many top quality picks in their hero pools that it was like it's basically like having Prophet and Prophet, except it's Prophet and Flatter.
It's just Prophet but projectile.
Yeah, it's just Prophet and Prophet, but it's not a Prophet player. But yeah, like before Flatter was going, like I had him very high, but now Flatter's gone, I think I can push 6th as my highest.
I can do 6th, yeah.
Yeah, they're already at 6th for me. So
yeah, Soul Dynasty.
I still think they're going to be 3rd, but I'll go with 6th.
I think they're going to be
better than Atlantis, honestly.
Yeah, same.
I'm 50-50 on that, but we'll we can do some sort of jostling after we've made the base one.
I mean, once we've seen some actual matches and we can see how these teams are performing,
we'll do like an updated. We'll do like halfway through the season. We'll do an updated roster thing.
Yeah, especially with teams like London where we have no idea what they're going to be like at all.
Shanghai Dragons.
I feel like they've ever since they've lost Gamsu, so it's kind of questionable.
So they've got Gaguri, Void, Stand 1, and Fearless, right? So
Stand 1 though.
Yeah, Gaguri. As much as I like her as a player, she's kind of there as sort of a propaganda thing.
Yeah.
She's a female, she's playing in the Overwatch League, money.
I think the biggest issue they had with Geguri was they didn't put her on her right hero. Like, they forced her onto Diva for so much of that season when her best hero is Zarya by far. I reckon she could be very good if we get into some more of like a Ryan Zarya meta.
Yeah.
That she'll end up being starter.
Obviously, they have fucking Ding. He's just good.
Ding is very good.
So Stand 1.
Who does Stand 1 play for?
All I'm gonna say is just look at my face, Von. Just look at
Legion.
my face.
You play for Legion.
Yeah.
That's Legion.
Yeah. So I'm not convinced
at
all.
He looks like he could be okay.
Void,
I think
Void for me was one of those people that I just can't say was good or bad because
he was just meh.
I think he was on Gladiators, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gladiators.
Yeah.
And I think he showed he can be good, but I also think he had parts where he just because he's Korean and he was on an NA roster, I think he struggled. Now this is a mostly Korean roster. I think he could do all right.
It's bar Dia, and Dia's a two-way.
Fearless used to play on this roster.
Now he's
got
back.
dropped, and now he's back. So again, I think the tank line's gonna struggle here, which is why I have them quite low.
It depends if Fearless can get back up to where he was before.
Yeah. Then Dia, DM, Ding, Fletter, and Lip. Dia, I have a feeling he's not going to get much playtime.
Like, they have good DPS.
I can't
They
see
do.
Ding getting much playtime because Fletter's far as better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fletter will be played as a starter, I think.
Fletter will get started every game. Lip, I don't know anything about.
No, neither do I.
Let's have a look.
DM,
He played for Blossom.
for me, it'll be Fletter and DM starting.
Yeah.
So do I.
Stand one
That
and
sounds solid.
Void, and then Lee J Gon and Isiaki. What does Lee J Gon play? Is he off or main?
Who's he main? He's main support, yeah. So
Main support.
Lee J-Gon and Izayaki seems like the most
Yeah.
logical.
Lee J Gon, Isiaki, because Luffy isn't bad, but he's just not as good as Lee J Gon.
Yeah, it's
It's
one
like
where you have
Lee
two
J-Gon,
players at the
all
same
over
role, but one's
contenders.
clearly better.
It's
Yeah.
like I said, I think because they lost Gamsu, they've lost quite a big like tank role.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gamsu's
their
good.
tank line's
Gamsu's
weak.
very good.
There's just not that many main tanks out there, and the moment you lost one of the best main tanks in the league with Gamsu, you just kind of.
I mean, we found that out doing the fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Once we got about half through, it's like, where are all the main tanks?
Yeah, it's like there's no main tanks.
They're all gone.
There's fucking 10 of us. We need to get 10 main
Yeah.
tanks.
They're either the main
Someone
tanks in
picked
the
up
league
no
are either
Smite, didn't they?
incredible or terrible.
Did someone pick up No Smite?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, someone did.
I swear someone picked up No Smite. And he's wank.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
No, we're talking about the draft, not Overwatch League.
Yeah, draft buff, Overwatch League.
Oh, right.
Someone picked up No Smite, I swear. But no, so we currently, I personally didn't rate these that high. I had them 11th.
I have them 7th.
I also
Because of
have them
Stand
11th.
1. Because of Stand 1 and because of Izayaki.
Izayaki wasn't great on Valiant, was it?
Yeah, it was Valiant. Custer says Izyaki's better than everyone says he is. It's just because he was on an NA roster.
And he got kind of outshined by Karif.
Yes, because Karif is just, he's brilliant.
His Ana is ridiculous.
So, I'm sort of, I don't really want to place them any higher than mid-table, but we don't have any mid-table slots going.
Oh.
So 14th and 15th are as high as we can put them before we're going to 5th and 3rd and 1st.
I'd say
probably
14th. Yeah, 14th. I had them at 11th, so I think 14th works.
Okay, Dragons. Pen, come on, man. Find another pen, Rondo. I can't find another pen.
If you're at university, you can't find a pen. GR.
I've got another one. Fuck off. All my
Oh
pens
yeah,
are in,
I forgot about
in the
that.
bag.
Pens on cooldown.
Pens on cooldown. Right. The meme team. Dallas Fuel.
Oh god, Von's gonna have some.
No,
strong things
they're
to say.
they're very low for me, but like
Feels
they
bad, man.
have potential.
They've
All
had
I'm
potential
gonna
since
say,
season
right?
1. They just don't
Yeah,
do
no,
anything
the
with
thing
it.
is,
All I'm
right,
gonna say is they still have Arrow as the main main coach.
Yeah, but
They
like
still have Zachary.
Yeah, they still have
Oh,
Zachary.
okay.
They still have Trill,
yeah, they have true.
who they only signed because of his Overwatch World Cup performance.
That was a mistake.
Like,
Although
yeah, he
they
did
do
well in
have
the World
Crimzo.
Cup, but it's
But yeah, well,
Crimzo
they
I
have,
like.
let's be honest,
Crimzo was very good at MB.
the starting 6 is probably gonna be Closer, Note, Decay, Gamsu, Doa, Crimzo, and probably.
It's
I don't know.
Crimzo, Closer, Decay, Doa, Note, and Gamsu.
Yeah.
Because why the hell would you play Unko over Closer?
I honestly feel bad for Note.
Why Note?
Like, it's just being on that team.
Yeah, but remember, it's gonna be.
I feel bad for fucking Gamsu.
But
I do think
it's not
no
Gamsu, no.
is a good. Yeah, I think that is a good tank line.
They did well in Boston.
But yeah, I think that will be a good tank line.
I don't think Aero can whip them into shape.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, their coaching staff is lackluster at best.
I don't think Aero can whip him into shape. I don't think he's good enough. I think they should have ditched him after after fucking season 1. But they're still with him.
They need to get rid of AKM and Harry Hook.
They've got exactly the same fucking. I think they've got exactly the same staff from season 1. They literally have not gutted out anything from the staff, and they've still got Harry Hook.
Do you reckon the reason they keep Harry Hook is because he's their IGL?
Probably.
That's because yeah, he plays Mercy.
It's like they on paper, Fuel have a good team on paper.
On paper,
it's just
in practice.
We just need to see what they can do.
Yeah.
That's the
biggest
problem.
issue with Dallas, and has been for the past 3 years, is their staff don't know what they're doing with their players.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just quickly mention the teams we still got to place. Right. LA Gladiators, LA Valiant, San Francisco Shock, and Vancouver Titans.
Oof.
And we have 1st, 3rd, 5th, 15th, and 20th.
Well,
the only other team that I can go for, it's either 20th is Valiant or the Fuel.
I don't think Fuel's 20th.
But I don't think Valiant are 20th.
No,
yeah.
Do you know why I don't think Valiant are 20th? Because of the pickups they've done recently. KSF Shax and KSP are absolutely nutty DPS picks.
Who do we have on 19th?
Outlaws.
I don't think Fuel are worse than Outlaws.
What about 14th? Who's at 14th?
Dragons. We just put them there.
It's like
But I don't see the Fuel being better than. I don't see the Fuel being better than the Mayhem. I don't see them being better than Paris when Sparkle comes in.
I have Dallas between the Mayhem and the Eternal Online.
I have 18th for Fuel.
I put them 17th.
I have them 19th.
Because I just don't think they're not the worst in the league.
Do we want to move Boston and Outlaws down? So Boston 19th, Outlaws 20th, and put them 17th.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because I just don't think Fuel, like I said, Fuel potential, but it's like, if they have potential, they're going to be pretty high up.
Yeah,
but
they're not worse than Boston or Outlaws.
No, they're really not.
Yeah.
Like, those two teams are just terrible, and I don't think until they have complete rejigs of their rosters, they're never going to be good.
It's like, I think Crimso will definitely be a very big pickup for the team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So our next one is the rather debatable LA Gladiators. I both like and don't like this team.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do well this season.
Right.
They made some questionable pickups.
Yeah, I'll tell you my main issue with it, right? They have Birdring, who either pops the fuck off
or does nothing.
Yeah.
There is no in between.
He is very situational.
They do have OGE though.
Yes, exactly.
But OGE space.
Right, let's just the other DPS players, Mirror and Jaru.
Who Megal?
Exactly.
Have you not heard of what? Have you not heard of?
Right.
Really?
Jaru played for Envy. He's
by who Megalo. We know who they are, but like
Jaru is very flexible, and he played for Envy. He could be good during Hero.
Mirror played on Second Wind, NRG, and Boston Uprising Academy.
But with one of them's what is that fucking Tunisian, and Jaru is Vietnamese. So we've got Vietnamese, Korean, and American DPS players.
Yeah,
that's a very risky mix for what
they have. Finnish support.
Yeah, they've got Space, an American player, OGE, and a Korean player.
Yeah,
Bishu, which is a weird pickup, but
yeah,
I like Bishu, but I don't know why they brought back Space.
Bishu and OGE's English is perfect. It's really good.
I didn't even know Bishu was classed as Korean. I thought he was an American Korean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any language issues with
there's not. And Shaz and Big Goose, they're solid. Like
no, it's more because they'll play Space over Bishu.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they will. Space.
Yeah, but even so, OG's English is
OG's
amazing.
English is really good, yeah.
It's gotten a lot better, yeah.
Shaz and Big Goose have fine. Paintbrush is a weird pickup.
I don't know why they picked him up.
They should he deserves to be an Overwatch League player, but it's like, why would you play him over Shaz and Big Goose? Like,
no, they won't.
Like,
he's just a backup. He's literally a backup.
Yeah,
there's no way they would get rid of that lineup.
Yeah, like Shaz and Big Goose are some of the most.
Big Goose is very good.
Shaz and Big Goose are some of the most like consistent support players. I think they lead the league for overall healing output.
Yeah, they do.
As a duo.
Yeah,
they are very good.
Which is like massive. They've got Deepay, who is pretty good. Face, Curry shot, not bad. And I can't. Faustus, never heard of Faustus. He was Angry Titans until he was picked up by LA Gladiators.
Angry Titans.
They're not a bad org.
No, they're solid.
They're solid org. Solid top 10-ish.
They have some questionable players.
Yeah. So.
I.e. Morsey.
So.
Oh yeah.
Gladiators for me, it's can can Birdring be consistent enough?
If he can, then they could do quite well.
Is there going to be any communication issues between Birdring, Mirror, and Jaru, as well as the rest of the team?
Probably.
Yeah. Because Birdring's never played on an NA roster before, so his English will be limited at best. And that English will have come from his time at London Spitfire.
Which was always all Korean.
Which was always all Korean. There's the occasional time when I've spoken to some English people and tried to pick up some phrases, but it won't be good English.
Like, if anything, OG can probably translate mid-fight, but that's going to be very, very hard.
Very hard for him, yeah. So, I mean, we've got 5th, and I still think they're going to do well because of OG eSpace.
Yeah, I had them at 11th, but 5th, I don't mind doing 5th.
I had
5th
them
is
9th.
I had them 6th.
Mine are 5th.
5th. See, I think they're going to do pretty well. Even if Birdring's not doing well, I can see Jaru and Mirror at least.
They have other players to fall back on. That's
they can pick up the pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not all on Birdring.
Birdring's not a massive risk.
Which is why I think London shit the bed a little bit last season.
Because they just relied on Birdring.
It was Birdring and Profit.
Their issue. Yeah.
With Birdring and Profit, there is no other DPS pick.
Profit was having to carry the extra weight because Birdring couldn't perform.
Yeah, and as good as Profit is, I don't think he can do it. So we okay with 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Honestly, I can see them being better than Guangzhou Philly if they can perform properly.
They've always been a solid team when they perform.
Yeah, they've always been consistent. They've just never been outstanding. They've never broken into that top level.
Now, this is a questionable one because I can see them doing okay, but I can't see them being particularly high because of their tank line, and that's the LA Valiant.
I have Valiant kind of low.
I think I have them.
I had them 15th.
14th.
I am 16th.
Wait, let me check. Yeah, one thing that Custer said, or someone said, I had mine 19th.
Custer had him like 10th.
Yeah, but the reason why is because they had Scrimbox.
Yeah,
but Scrimbox
which is irrelevant. Although, the new pickups, I do rate the pickups.
I like Apply, I like KSP, I like Sharks, I like KSF, I like their DPS picks.
Yeah, their DPS are really good.
In hero pools, that's going to really, really do well for them, their DPS.
Yeah. Oh yeah, boys, Overwatch League opening things starts in 5 minutes.
Right.
If you guys are interested.
Well, we are not far away, we've got 3 teams to go.
Yeah.
And 2 of them will be very easy because we know where one of them's going to be.
Yeah, we do.
No.
Yes, Leo, accept it. Leo, accept it.
Stop vaping and accept it.
Stop vaping and accept it, you fucking e-boy.
He is e-boy, let's be honest.
Anyway. I saw the hair and I knew he was an e-boy. Look at his little fucking blackish emo hair. Fucking e-boy. There was so many e-boys who came into work yesterday, it was weird. It's like they all come in with their black fingernails and their fucking dyed hair that's still got really shitty roots, and you're like, dude.
There you go, I'm now Leo.
Yeah. So.
There you go, Mob. Be quiet.
But the tank line is where I struggle here. Gig McGravy.
McGravy's he's not awful.
He's okay.
Yeah, but is he gonna
gonna carry?
Space? Is he gonna fill the space left?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think he will.
Not a chance. And the only other one they've got is Dreamer, who is his main tanks. They have to play McGravy. They have to play McGravy. Like,
yeah, they
can't not to play. They can't not play McGravy because they don't have another off.
Which is unfortunate because of his lack of experience.
Yeah, and then
like if they still had space, it'd be fine.
You've only got Lastro, who
oh my god,
literally a Zenyatta one trick according to this.
Guys,
what?
Right, go on Gig. He's a Chad. Look at him, dude. Oh my, this man.
Oh my god, that man's fit.
Oh yeah,
I'd fuck him.
Have you seen him before?
No, I don't pay attention to Valiant.
He used to play for Chicken Contenders.
Rainbow, no, we can't because that is
Oh.
copyright. There's something that makes me not allowed to do that on stream.
What,
You can stream the percentages, but not the actual game itself.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Overwatch League.
Yeah, streaming Overwatch League.
No, that's copyright.
I've got to watch it on YouTube. I just remembered.
Yeah, you got to watch it on YouTube. So, and then you got Lastro, who looks, according to that, is a fucking Zen one trick, and Rain, who played on the Florida Mayhem, who also looks like he was born in a shed.
Wait, what? Who?
Click on Rain.
Oh my.
Dude's fucking.
Oh, yeah, he played for the Mayhem.
Yeah, he did. He played for the Mayhem.
Did he?
I had not even heard of him.
Did you say born in a shed?
Yes, born in a shed.
What? What?
Just click on him. You'll see what I mean. So we have 15th available.
I'm happy with 15th.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
I had them 15th, so yeah.
You want to know what's depressing? You want to know what's so depressing?
What?
Overwatch League has only 10,000 viewers live at the moment.
Yeah, but that's bearing in mind still half an hour ago to the first match starts.
Yeah, but you'd think everybody would be on.
I think when London XL comes on, the viewership should hopefully
the viewership
go.
will spike when second game starts. So
you're allowed to have
you're
allowed to have the audio, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't tell what it is. So just put it in. It's fine. So you've got the last two teams, the San Francisco Shock and the Vancouver Titans.
Shock are bad.
Right.
They're the best team in the league at the moment,
best team in the
dude.
league.
No, they're not.
They really are.
They really are,
They're
right?
not.
Sinatra, Architect, Striker, ANS, and Rascal. That just covers all bases.
Yep.
Every single DPS hero, they have a player for it.
Nope.
End of. Shut up, Leo.
You have Super and his big 5 head.
Yeah. And you got Super, Smurf, and Troy Kyobin. Troy Kyobin is the best off tank in the game.
He is very good.
Yeah.
End of. Best off tank in the game.
Yeah.
Super is one of the best Reinhardts in the game. Smurf has
not.
I mean, he is.
He is.
No, it's not.
He kind of is,
But
though.
he is.
No, he's overrated. He's so overrated. There's so many better Ryans.
Okay, that's why they carried in goats. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like his team kind of just held him up. I don't know.
It's a team game?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like
he's not bumper level of requirement for a team, but
he's just a good fucking tank player.
He's right. No, he's really good, but I don't think he's the best.
I said one of the best.
Yeah.
So
it's not Mano, but you know.
Yeah, Mano's not that fantastic.
No. Agreed.
Smurf has every other main tank covered pretty well.
Yeah, in case
Supers are Rissa's.
Yeah, his Smurf's Arrest is really good. Smurf's I don't know who would play the Winston. That's my issue.
Probably
Super, but
if he can clean up his Winston play, then yes. But otherwise, it could be questionable.
And then you've got Ball, who probably would just be played by Smurf.
Yeah.
I
don't see Super
playing it. And then you've got Moth and Violet.
Yeah, it's
They
fine.
speak
Yeah,
for themselves.
ridiculous support line.
Yeah. One of the best Lucios in the world, and one of the best Zen/Ana players in the world, if not the
I'd
best.
put Violet top 3 flex supports easily.
It's between him and Twilight for me.
Him, Twilight, and Jonak, I'd say, are the top 3.
Jonak's Ana, for me, is below the other two.
Yeah, I agree.
His Zen's better, so it's like...
Yeah, it's balanced. And then his Moira's just Moira.
Yeah, Moira's just Moira, you know.
Yeah.
I could be a top fucking tier Moira if I really wanted to. So, we've got first and third available.
First.
I agree with first. And
I'm only going to put them first because I don't think Titans will be first at all.
Also,
no chance.
just quickly, Reinforce and Custer are on the desk.
Yeah. That's cool.
I didn't know that.
They're both
That's cool.
analysts, yeah.
Yeah, Custer and Jake are both part of the
Team.
team now, yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
just go away pinging me, letting me know that there's fucking time until Overwatch League.
I love how Custer has had so many issues with leaks recently, and he literally works for Overwatch League now.
It's funny.
Not great. He's basically the Fisher of the desk.
Yeah, no.
I can't believe that picking up Fisher after the stuff that he let out about 222 and that was so risky.
It's funny.
Didn't he get fined for it?
Yes.
I have no idea. But yeah, no. So we've got Shock first, and Titans obviously have to go third because we weren't.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about them anyway. It's pretty much exactly the same team minus Bumper and Tizzy, plus Rio J Hong and Fissure.
Yeah, Rio J Hong. Yeah.
This is a bit of a weird one with the Rio J Hong pick for me.
Yeah.
It's probably good for the shirt sales, but he's not going to play.
Yeah, he's... Wait, how old is he now?
He's
28. He's 28.
Getting on for
yeah,
an
so like,
player.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he... Obviously, back in the Apex days, he was, I think.
But he's retired.
Yeah,
He's not playing.
He's not anymore.
Back in like the Apex days, Jae-Hong was like undoubtedly the best, if not one of the best flex supports. But I think with age, I think his mechanics have gotten worse.
His game sense as well.
Yeah, he's just
quite often, like his trans usage was just shit.
He's still a good player. He's not like fully washed, but he's definitely declined.
But why would you play him over
It's
Twilight?
Pepe left.
That's the issue. Why would you play him over Twilight?
Yeah, I don't understand the pickup. It's probably just for the sake of.
Yeah, I think it's shirt sales.
Same with Chipser.
Yeah.
I will say though, with hero pools, I think Summon Su and Huck sold pretty well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Stitch as well. Got a very good hit scan player.
I mean, Sominsu's supposed to be a DPS, and he didn't really touch DPS at all last season. It's still popped off. So.
Yeah, he just played Zaya. It's one of the best Zayas in the league. Him and Sinatra battling for the top place.
Yeah.
And then you've got Janu, one of the best divas in the world.
Yeah, Janu's solid.
Then there's the biggest crutch of the entire team.
Slime?
No, Fissure.
Yeah, Fissure.
Yeah, Fissure.
And it's not that Fissure's not talented. It's his record.
He is. Yeah, he's very, very risky.
It's will he kick shit again? Will he kick off? And if he does,
will he cause internal problems? It's not even to do with the actual gameplay itself. Is will he do something stupid in the team?
They haven't got a main tank to replace him.
Yeah,
which means they're signing someone in a panic, which means they're signing someone shit. Unless they just straight up bring Bumper back if Bumper doesn't get a new team.
Yeah.
But they can't bring Bumper back because the team doesn't want Bumper.
Everyone in the YouTube chat is putting J lol K, but they're putting it with the stupid fucking Android emojis.
God.
And then you've got Slime, who is he's not a bad Lucio. He's not a bad Mercy.
He's just not standout considering the rest of the roster.
Yeah. He's the worst player of a very good roster.
Yeah,
he's like
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I originally had Titans at 4th, below Atlanta, because I can see Fissure kicking off before Hero Pools kicks in.
Mm.
Which is when I think this team will start to slap people. But I'm fine with third. That's absolutely fine. So, let's just quickly go through it and we'll see if there's any quick swaps we want to make. So, Shock, Nixel, Titans, Atlanta, Gladiators, Soul, Spark, Charge, Fusion, Toronto, London, Justice, Hunters, Dragons, Valiant, Mayhem, Paris, Fuel, Boston, Outlaws.
I personally think Toronto are going to be better than Philly. I don't know about you guys, but I think they will.
I think, based on the flexibility thing, I would agree. With Hero Pools, I do think Toronto would be better.
So we'll go swap 9th and 10th, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we've got Toronto at 9th and Fusion at 10th.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds like a solid one.
Besides Shock being first, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is us done for this podcast. Thank you very much for listening. And we'll be back sometime next week. Bye, peeps.
Bye-bye.